What's interesting, for people who say, why is Yemen hitting Israel? Israel has a shared military base on sovereign Yemeni territory on the island of Socotra and the Socotra archipelago. And that has been there for years. If you want to say who fired the first shot, it was Israel who fired the first shot at Yemen. And so, Yemen is fully justified in its alliance. It's fully justified in its actions. And it looks like Yemen is set to escalate. They also claim to have hypersonic missiles, which we haven't seen, but those can reach Israel if in fact they exist within 10 to 15 minutes, and no intercepting missile can take those down. What the Americans, it's believed the Americans had pushed the Saudis to get their caretaker government in Aden to demand that all Yemeni banks are relocated to Aden, and of course taking control of the airport in Sana'a and stopping flights. And then the Saudis detained a number of Yemeni pilgrims in Jeddah as they were meant to fly back to Sana'a. Yemen went full force on this. I think one of the Ansarullah leaders just tweeted something like 3 days, okay, which was taken as in 3 days, if we don't get our Hajj pilgrims back, you're going to pay. And you know how we do pay back. We hit your cities, we hit your oil installations, we hit Aramco, we hit your ports, etc. So in record time, the Saudis struck a deal with Sana'a. They reversed course on all of the basically U.S. demands to move banks there. They reopened the Sana'a airport for flights and introduced flights to and somewhere else. Is it Egypt, India? I can't remember, one of those places. So, in that kind of situation, it's very clear that the Saudis are going to great lengths to avoid any kind of confrontation with Yemen. What they experienced with Yemen in years of war was bad enough, but now they're watching Yemen do the unthinkable, take on Israel, which a lot of Arab leaders have long determined is an untouchable state. Oh, no, don't go there. Oh, just bend over, to their demands. Just, humor them, right? Strike deals with them, do backdoor deals with, whatever placates Israel. Now they're seeing Yemen strike Israel so viscerally. Of course, the Saudis don't want to mess with Yemen. And Yemen is now part of the resistance axis and is part of this fight, indisputably. So what happens if Iran and Hezbollah and Yemen hit Israel? I'm sorry, who in the Gulf is going to be intercepting Yemeni weapons, and to what result, right? Of course, Jordan has sounded off again about nobody's going to violate our airspace. Doesn't matter if, Western military aircraft violate Jordan's airspace all the time, and NATO sets up a regional headquarters in Amman, as was just done last